Marion's University Ancilla College, First Federal Bank, Big B Coffee, McDonald's, Absolute Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Bourbon Street Pizza, Culver Portside Marina, Marshall County REMC, the Pilot News Group, Marshall County Fiber, Johnson Danielson Funeral Home. The Coca-Cola pregame is up next.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki Jet Skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
Time now for the Coca-Cola pregame show.
And we're live at LaPorte High School. Rusty Nixon along with Peyton Skirvin as we get ready for regional basketball action. The Bremen Lady Lions taking on the Andrean Lady 59ers. And, God, what a great nickname. Anyway,
it is.
We're about ready to get started here. This is going to be one heck of a basketball game.
I'm so fired up, Rusty.
Yeah.
There's nothing quite like these neutral site games. You get fans coming in from all over. A little closer of a trip here for Andrean, but that just means the Bremen fans get to carpool a little bit, right? They get to drive together, and it looks like they're going to show out pretty well for this game, Rusty. And, man, I think it's going to be a really, really fun one.
Yeah, Bremen travels well everywhere they go, no matter what sport it is. We got a lot of Bremen fans here. And hopefully if you're listening at home, you're able to hear us here. Clearly, we will have the two coaches coming up. But, I mean, I'm just looking at this, and you look at Bremen's record, you look at Andrean's record, and both coaches are like, yeah, no, that doesn't mean anything. Andrean plays in a lot of Duneland schools. They play a lot of folks up there in that region, as we call it. Mm-hmm. You know they're physical, you know they're strong, and they're used to being beat up night in, night out. You can take that record and throw it out the window.
Yeah, Rusty, it's one of those schedules that turns your juniors into seniors, and it turns your sophomores into juniors, right? It's the experience that you build by getting used to being in those dogfights. It's not easy to play 4A schools night in, night out. Make no doubt about it, though, Rusty. Bremen's played their fair share of bully ball games,
yep.
And they have taken some lumps as well. But, man, this Andrean team has been through the ringer. It takes something to win a sectional, Rusty. We talk about it all the time, how difficult it is. It's the most difficult one to win because you have to win, for them, 3 games to get out of that.
We're going to talk to the two coaches here in just a moment, but you're going to hear Alex Robbins say that. He says they've won 7 sectionals in a row, okay, so that you don't take anybody like that less than totally seriously. So, anyway, we will get back to you in just a moment, and we will have both head coaches for the game here, Andrean and Bremen regional action at LaPorte. And stay there. We'll be right back.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
MCF got its start in 2018 with one goal: bring fast, reliable fiber internet to Marshall County. Today, we offer lightning fast speeds, equal upload and download with no contracts and no install fees. Whether you're working from home or streaming all night, Marshall County Fiber keeps you connected. We might be the new kid on the block, but we're growing fast, just like our internet. Visit marshallfiber.com or call 574-223-2191. MCF, making rural connections possible.
And in this section of the Marion Ancilla pregame show, Tony Shube from Andrean, head coach of the Fighting 59ers, joins me. A lot of folks over here don't get a chance to see you guys play. If they do, it's at the regional level. Without giving away too much, why don't you give us a scouting report on your team?
We're young, we're inexperienced. We have one senior, one junior right now. We're a heavy man-to-man team. I don't think that's giving away too much. If Bremen has watched any film on us, they're going to figure that out really quick. Yeah, we rely on our defense a little bit this year. We're struggling to put the ball in the basket, but our defense seems to travel each and every game for us.
Well, the other thing about it too, I've been at this long enough. You can throw out any girls basketball team, especially record from up where you play in the region there, because looking at your schedule, looking at the way they play basketball up there, I just you've been tested, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's something that we try to do every year. We played Valpo, we play Lake Central, we play Crown Point, a lot of the 4A schools, the Duneland schools, which is the big conference around here. Chesterton was involved in that too. So we went to Illinois and played a really good team that as well. So we don't shy away from playing good competition. I think that is what gets us ready for the postseason. I'd rather have postseason wins than regular season wins. Yeah. So we try to do whatever we can to prepare ourselves and to toughen us up to get ready for the postseason.
I was going to say, I know a couple of coaches over here, in particular, Dave Duncan used to coach at Plymouth, wanted Duneland teams on his schedule because he felt prepared for the rough physical play that they were going to see, and that's the way they play up there.
Right. And when you play, like Valpo has Lily Barnes, she's one of the best players in the state. And so, we have played against some of the, better players in the state and if we've been up against them. So we've seen basically everything that you can imagine, offensively and defensively and player personnel wise. So I just think it prepares us, for the postseason.
Looking at your numbers and all, that's all I've got to go on. But I mean, you mentioned your senior. I'm going to guess it's Leilani Staton she's leading you in a lot.
Yes. Yep. She's our lone senior. She's been a great leader for us. She's our point guard. And she's come along later, in this season and been a little bit more aggressive, looking to score. She was, for her first 3 years, she was primarily a defensive player, so we kind of asked her to step up this year, and she's done a pretty good job for us. She's probably, I haven't added in the postseason stats yet, but she's got to be, her and Delaney Myers are probably our leading scorers right now.
I was going to mention Delaney too, because you mentioned you had some good young players. She's by this just a sophomore, and looks like she's given you a lot this year too. Yes,
she's been, and I know this is probably not a great term to use, but she's an animal. I mean, she really is. She, the things that she does for us, it's a lot of her, just her will to win and her competitiveness. And, there's things that she does sometimes, like grabs a rebound and you're like, I didn't even know she was involved in that play. We get her, she's going to be guarding, she guards the best players, her and Leilani all the time, whether, with Delaney, if it's a post player, if it's a guard, if it's a point guard, we feel that she can guard all 5 positions. So, we have a lot of confidence in her and we lean on her and Leilani quite a bit.
I mentioned those 2 names just because they're on the stat thing here. They're one of your leaders in a lot of categories, but I'm sure you got other girls that are role players and, do other things that make you guys who you are.
Yeah, we're still looking for, we have a lot of kids that we feel can shoot the ball. It hasn't, panned out that well this year. We don't ever get, the kids hot at the same time. I'm hoping that changes, tomorrow night. But Michaela Hatt has done a good job for us. She's shooting the ball pretty well from 3, about a 34% clip. And then we just have some other kids that can knock down shots, and it just seems like they've taken turns on who's going to be hot and who isn't. So hopefully we can get them all on the same page and and get them all firing on all cylinders tomorrow afternoon.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today.
Alex Robinson, head coach of the Bremen Lady Lions, joins me. And man, I tell you what, I can't imagine sitting in your shoes. You just had a great year. You have to be really happy with where your girls have come.
Yeah, I think from start to finish, we've been a consistent team all year and checked off quite a few goals along the way. And now obviously we have some big goals toward the end of the year, and getting a sectional was huge for us. And now, we're exactly where we want to be.
I don't want to go back into the past much, but I mean, even the 2 losses you have, I got a feeling you'd love a chance to have another shot at both of those teams.
Yeah, I mean, both of those games were very close, competitive games. And the big thing is, taking a few losses throughout the season is, you can't get rattled and you can't try to reinvent the wheel and panic or anything like that. I think, both of those were good times for us to reevaluate a little bit. Obviously, the Elkhart Christian game right at the end of the season, heading into the postseason, doesn't give you a ton of time, but, I wouldn't say wake-up calls, because I think this is a very focused group, but just it's always good to take a second and look in the mirror and realize that maybe there are some things you need to be working on and just kind of see where you're at.
I was just about to ask you, do you feel like you learned something from those 2 losses, and what did you learn?
Oh, absolutely. I think, first off, I thought both of those were gritty games, facing different kinds of adversity and against a couple of very good teams. But yeah, just kind of going back and nitpicking and looking at a few things, maybe offensively where we thought we could have moved better. Defensively, maybe thinking, oh man, we could have switched out of something sooner, or, just things like that. Or even late game situations, kind of looking at, are we really prepared with, 20 seconds left or with a minute left in the lead, and just things like that sometimes it's easy to kind of gloss over, after a winning streak.
I got a feeling, though, with the group you've got, I don't imagine you have to work real hard in practice to get their attention. I got a feeling like you've got it.
Yeah, this is an experienced group, an older group that's been through it. And, I think they know the importance of showing up day in and day out and how that can translate into games. And, it's a group that we have so much trust in that, they're going to come focused and ready every day, that we really don't need to harp too much on effort. It's not like we're not working hard today or whatever else. They come and they're ready to work, and they're competitive, and they know how that pays off. So that's definitely one of the benefits of having such an experienced group.
You mentioned effort, and the other thing I feel like we talk about every time, or at least I talk about every time I talk with you, is body language and the feel you get from this group. I mean, watching Emma Kincaid fly into the bleachers at the end of the half the other night and save a ball for a long bucket at the end, and just the smiles on everybody's faces about pretty much everything. I mean, you get the feeling these guys I don't know. It's just it has to be a great group to be around.
Yeah, it really is, and I really don't take that for granted, because you don't always have it like that where, every day is an enjoyable day, and the body language, like you said, it's huge, because that gives everyone confidence. And if you see one person that's down and kind of moping or whatever else, then sometimes that can be contagious on the team. And but the other way around goes the same way. If you see someone who's lively and energetic and hyping you up, then that tends to go through the team as well. So it's great to have a team with good body language, because they're never out of the game. You're always confident, and you always rely on your teammates, and you're in a good spot. So the mental aspect of it and body language is huge. And we're very fortunate to have a group that really keeps their head up and keeps moving no matter what's going on in the game.
We've spent a lot of time, too, talking about the three-headed monster, so to speak, and your three senior guards that are just, having an outstanding year. But, I think in the sectional round, having seen you play a couple of times, to me, the Feathers girls showed during those couple of games that, just how much they mean to the team. They just took turns, having their moments in games. They're really important.
Yeah, I think, coming into the season, I think everybody who knows us well knew about our three guards and, knew that they were coming off, I think they were all first team all conference last year. So kind of knowing that they would pick up where they left off and even grow a little bit, which they have. But yeah, you're right. Our interior play has really given us a different dynamic this year. And, it gives us multiple options on the court, perimeter oriented, post oriented off a rebound, pick and rolls, different things. Defensively, they do such a great job defending the rim. We've been rebounding the ball really well. So they just give us a different dimension inside and, kind of make it so that we really feel 1 through 5 on the court are all threats in their own ways.
And I got to say, from another coach, taking a look at it, trying to make a scouting report, what do you try to take away? I mean, it becomes a roll of the dice on who's going to have a decent game that night.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something you always think about is what might they try to do to us. And, I think a lot of times teams kind of end up just doing what they normally do because, like you said, if you try something special, especially if you're not comfortable with it, there's a good chance that someone else is going to step up and have a big night on you. So, that's a privilege that we've got with the lineups that we have out there on the court. But, yeah, if I was game planning against us, I don't think there would be a single thing that I would really have to try to take away. You just got to be solid 1 through 5 on the court. And, that gives us an advantage most nights.
I know we haven't talked as much about Emma Lawmaster, but I mean, once again in the sectional, you talk about daggers. I mean, just at every key moment, she gets the ball in her hands and she'll take a shot and, man, it's just ice cold. She just buries it. She is really, that person that you just can't ignore her for a second.
Yeah, she's, whatever you want to call her, she's the glue player. She's our X factor. Her confidence has just grown so much this year. And like you said, hitting big shots. Or there's been a few games where, we're kind of in a stall on offense and have had a few bad possessions, and all of a sudden she makes a big shot or 2 big shots in a row. And she's just been huge for us with her shot-making ability. She's probably been one of the more consistent players down the stretch for us here, but just, giving us what she gives night in and night out. On the defensive end as well, she's, I call her the deflection queen. She gets gets her hand on the ball all the time and forces steals, gets out in transition. And, she's also an extremely tough player, just a tough-minded, we'll get in there for rebounds or get on the floor and, just gives us a boost every single night.
Talking about your defense, I mean, once again, you're still allowing under 30 points a game on average for the season. And watching you play defense, I know I was talking to Peyton Skirvin, my partner, a little bit ago, and he's like, I don't know what you do. They play good defense. If you want to get in a half-court game, they're perfectly fine playing half-court. They'll get up and down the floor with you. I don't know what you do against them because defensively they're going to handle it.
Yeah, and we've just got good pieces in the right spots. If we need, to shut down a scorer or two, we're confident with our guards locking someone down. If we need to sit in a zone, I feel like we're really good and connected in our rotations and, our intensity. And just, I thought we've really brought a good energy on the defensive end all year. Just communicating, flying around, being there on the catch, contesting shots. And, I feel like we can play multiple ways defensively this year. Whereas, last year we mostly just played a 2-3 zone, and it was really good.
Yeah.
But there's times where, teams get hot or whatever else. You just want to change the tempo of the game. And, this year I feel like we're more comfortable switching it up, which has really given us an advantage where, and with our experience, like I've said before, we can even throw out a defense that we haven't done all year and just do it on the fly. Like in the sectional championship, we played a triangle and 2, and we haven't done that once this year. And we did it pretty much from start to finish against Winnemac. So just these girls' attention to detail, and they're just gamers, and that really shows on the defensive end.
How do you feel? This is a big thing as you start down this stretch run, however far you're going to go. Depth-wise, I mean, I'm looking at some pieces that, we haven't talked about all year, like Lola Bender and people like that have come off your bench and given you some big moments. Do you feel confident with those players off the bench?
Yeah, absolutely. And, Lola, she's an outstanding freshman, and she's going to have some great years ahead. Just this year, she's been behind 3 amazing guards and, learning from them and practicing with them. And she's also gotten some big minutes. I mean, there was a Northwood game this year. We went to overtime where she played a lot in that game. Lawmaster was out, and she gave us some really good minutes and got some great experience. So, she's just a really smart player, and we absolutely trust her to get in there, depending on the flow of the game. And another one, Alicia Lopez. She's a junior that's, been through it with us now for 3 years, and really good defender, really smart player. And we think, our depth usually will go about 8 deep, maybe less, maybe a little more depending on the game. But we really feel confident with our depth as well.
Let's take a minute or two here and talk about Andrean. I know I talked with Coach Shub a little bit earlier today, and he was kind of in that realm of what do we do against this team. We hope we can stay with him, but he was talking about hoping maybe they could get a half court game going. But take a look at them for me. I mean, if you give me a scouting report, what would you say about them?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first thing that stands out to me is they play really good, solid defense. They're athletic girls. They're strong. They're competitive. They're really sound with their help side, and they're able to pressure the ball as well with some athletes. They've got some opportunistic defenders that, if you're not careful and you throw a lazy pass or a weak pass, they're going to get it and go the other way. And they're really just strong on the defensive end. It reminds me of a few teams we've played this year, where it can be hard to probe a defense like that, getting in the paint, it's clogged up. So I think that's something that we're really aware of, and it's going to be tough to attack if we're not strong with the ball and ready for it. And then offensively, they're really balanced scoring. I think their leading scorers averaging about 8.5 points a game, and then it just kind of trickles down from there. So, their guard number 22, she kind of runs the show. She's a really good athlete, gets to the basket, can also shoot. But really down the line, pretty much all of them can score in multiple phases. They have a lot of girls who have hit a good amount of threes, have shot a good amount of threes. They can also get to the basket. So it's one of those where, maybe there isn't a solo person or idea that you're trying to really take away. It's kind of just, we're going to have to be solid against them because they're all really threats on the floor.
I would imagine too, it's kind of hard to get a feel for them when you're looking at them because, their record says one thing, their schedule tells you why their record is where it is. I mean, they've had a killer schedule. And the other thing is they play in that Duneland area. They're going to be physical.
Yep. Oh, yeah. They're physical. They're tough. Their record, as far as we're concerned, is 3-0 as they went through their sectional. So we have no common opponents that we can really look at and compare. So, records are out the window at this point. And I know they've won, I think, 7 sectionals in a row. Yeah. And some years their records are better than others. But, I think 2 years ago they came in with a record that was pretty similar to this year and knocked some teams off. So, we're definitely not looking at that regular season record and overlooking them at all. because we know exactly what you mentioned. They're going to be tough, and they've played a tough schedule.
Talk about what you need to get done. I mean, how are you going to come out of here and take that next step?
Yeah, I think, just starting with our defense, being locked in. Obviously, if we can force some turnovers, that always works to get out in transition. That's usually when we're at our best. I think on the offensive side of the ball, continuous movement. If they're going to have, good help in the paint, we got to make them work away from the ball. Make sure that if, we're driving into the paint or cutting into the paint, that if we're stopped, we have options to get the ball to, and that everyone's ready on the catch to shoot. And when we're in there, if we're going to go up strong. I think we have a little bit of a height advantage in there. So if we can, take advantage of that on the boards and in the paint, that would obviously help us out a lot. But, and then, in a championship style game, a lot of times it comes down to those 50-50 balls. It comes down to rebounding. You spend so much time on X's and O's, but it's always those little things that add up throughout the game. So just staying focused on that. And obviously we've got our scouting report, but I think just coming out with that focus and intensity for 32 minutes.
Coach, thanks for taking the time. I appreciate it. Good luck today. Get that win, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Alex Robinson, the head coach of the Bremen Lady Lions.
Johnson Danielson Funeral Home has been established in the community of Plymouth since 1879, and its staff is committed to providing care that goes beyond the expected in serving today's families who call Marshall County their home. They welcome families seeking options and alternative ways to pay tribute to someone, from burial packages to pre-planning to planning a checklist. The professionals, along with caring staff at Johnson Danielson, are available to assist your family 24 hours a day by simply calling 574-936-2829. Visit their website at johnsondanielson.com for a complete list of services. Johnson Danielson Funeral Home. Service beyond expectation.
Here's the keys to the game.
Back live at LaPorte High School, Rusty Nixon along with Peyton Skirvin. Keys to the game, I think you heard it. It's going to boil down to being able to get shots to fall and having a good idea when they go into the paint.
Rusty, this is one of those gyms that it can be difficult to shoot in.
Oh, yeah.
There's a long backdrop behind the basket. It's different colors behind it. I think you're right. Knocking down shots early, getting settled into this game is going to be key for both of these teams to really feel comfortable and not feel like you need to rush for the rest of the game, right? You settle in early, then you feel good for the rest of the game. But it's a championship-style game, Rusty, and you know what I like? It's those hustle plays. It's
yep.
the 50-50 balls. It's the diving on the floor. It's the tip-outs. And I think whichever team does that a little bit more is probably going to come out on top again today.
Take a break. We'll have our starting lineup in just a moment.
At Marshall County REMC, they are more than just your electric provider. They're your neighbors, your partners, and your connection to a brighter future. Since 1936, they have been powering homes, farms, and businesses with reliable service, innovative energy solutions, and a commitment to our community that never wavers. It's not just about keeping the lights on, it's about keeping our community strong. Marshall County REMC, powering progress, powering you. Learn more at marshallremc.com.
Here's your starting lineup, brought to you by First Federal Savings.
And let's take a look at that starting lineup as Bremen is being introduced to the crowd here. Got to tell you, as somebody who's had my fair share of time over here at LaPorte, seeing this place as a sea of green really does my heart good. I just got to tell you. For Andrean, it's going to be Delaney Meyer at one of the guard spots along with Michaela Hatt. Charlie Murray and Leilani Staten will be also out there in the wing spots. Eloise Benjamin is the fifth starter. For Bremen, it's the same cast of characters you've grown to know and love. Emma Lawmaster, Emma Kincaid, Eliana Grubbs, Tegan Feathers, and Natalie Harmon starting five for the Lady Lions. And we're just about ready to get going. And like I say, Bremen traveled well today. There's a lot of people in green here.
Yeah, they can taste it, Rusty. You don't often have a team like this, a team that can maybe do it all. So we'll find out what they can do today.
We'll just leave it there because you know about the announcer thing. But anyway, yeah, this is a good team. Well, that's a good sign. Official allowed Tegan Feathers to make sure the basketball had enough air in it for her, so she's going to be jumping at center against Charlie Murray. And we'll see who gets the first possession. It's regional action at LaPorte. Rusty Nixon along with Peyton Skirvin. Tip is up, and it'll go to Bremen. Kincaid will work the left side. Into the paint, kicks to Grubbs. Coming across Harmon on the left side. Goes to the block, lays it up with the left hand and lays it in. Natalie Harmon with a bucket. 2-0. Bremen full court pressure. Pass comes up to Hatt. She'll try to drive right side. Cut off. Looking for somewhere to go. Gets it over to Meyer. And a whistle and a travel call as Benjamin tried to pick it up and go with it. And Bremen will have it back with a 2-0 lead.
Their team speed is standing out right away, Rusty. Bremen's just so quick.
Just underway, 2-0 Bremen. Grubbs works into the paint. Spin move, goes to the bucket, lays it up with the right hand. No good. Lawmaster with the rebound. Kicks it out to Kincaid. Grubbs now back to Lawmaster on the right block. She'll give it back to Grubbs. They'll slow it down. Harmon with it. She'll drive it on the left side. Stop. Needs help. Gets it to Lawmaster. Working back to the middle on the dribble. Finds a hole. Gets there. Lays it up. No good. Rebound comes down to Andrean. Meyer with it and kicks it up ahead. And on the floor, a lot of people out there after it, and Grubbs will get the steal. A lot of folks on the floor trying to grab a loose ball. Lawmaster rattles it in and out. Rebound out of bounds, and it'll stay Bremen basketball.
Andrean is a solid man-to-man defense team, Rusty. No doubt about that. Coach Robinson was talking about it. They jump to the ball. They do a good job.
Lawmaster brings it in to Tegan Feathers. Top of the key, Kincaid for three, and nothing but net.
That's a great sign for Bremen. Get your shooters going.
Emma Kincaid on the assist from Feathers. 5-0 Bremen. Full court pressure again. Dribbling it up is Staten. She'll get it over across to Benjamin. Now back to Staten on the left side. She'll back it out. They'll start the half court. 6:20 to play. 5-0 Bremen lead. Staten has it. Goes to the left side. Drives it. Steps through. Hits the bucket, but got called for travel before.
Double travels now on Andrean. That ball pressure that Bremen plays with, Rusty, can kind of shock you a little bit.
Lonnie Staten called for it. Makes it 5-0 Bremen. 6:05 to play. They have the basketball. Grubbs in the corner. Kincaid drives to the paint. Short jumper off the front of the rim. Rebound on the ground. Comes out in the hands of Benjamin. Andrean will have it back. Staten up quickly. Deflected pass right into the hands of Grubbs. She'll bring it up right side. Goes to the block. Cut off. Kicks it. 3 attempt from Harmon off the front of the rim. And Staten comes away with the rebound. She'll bring it up herself. 5:34 to play in the first. 5-0 Bremen. Staten. Top of the key. Meyer. Now over to Benjamin into the corner. 3 attempt blocked by Harmon.
Man, she was a good 6 feet away, Rusty, when she took off. Was able to get a palm on that.
Michaela Hatt was all alone in the corner, and Harmon just rejected it. So Andrean will have it back. They'll bring it in the corner. Staten looking for somewhere to throw it. Kicks it into the paint. Myers spins. Has it knocked out of her hands by Grubbs. Saved inbounds by Harmon. And in the hands of Lawmaster for the steal. Another turnover. Kick to Kincaid, I should say. Dribbles top of the key. Hands it off to Lawmaster. Working right side. In the corner, Kincaid for 3. No good. Lawmaster alone for the rebound. Puts it back up, misses it, but gets fouled under there by Benjamin.
You know, with those missed shots, Rusty, from outside, offensive rebounds, always an opportunity for them. Top to bottom, this Bremen team does a good job rebounding.
Lawmaster now at the free throw line. 5:01 to play. She'll miss the first one. Has the second one coming. 5-0 score here. Bremen with the lead. Second shot. That one will drop. And Lawmaster 1 or 2 in that trip makes it 6-0. Full court pressure again. Staten brings it up to Murray. Back to Staten. She's got to get across here pretty quickly. She'll get it off, and Grubbs kicks it out of bounds. It'll stay Andrean basketball.
You know, it's fascinating to watch Bremen play defense. They run that little zone, but they match up as well too, Rusty. They don't just sit back. They get in your face.
Staten gets it in the backcourt. Now kills the dribble, needs help. Benjamin drives it, cut off. Top of the key goes to Hatt. Now the ball loose, and Grubbs away with it. On the break, Kincaid can't hit the layup. And the rebound comes down to Staten, her second. She'll push it up. Working on the right side. 3 steals already for Grubbs. Left side, or I should say right side, it goes to Hatt. Top of the key, Staten. She'll try to drive it, cut off by Lawmaster. Back to Hatt. Gets it to Myers at the free throw line. Staten all alone for a look at 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to Bremen.
Andrean still yet to put points on the board, Rusty. This Bremen defense, tenacious.
They have yet to get really a decent look.
I agree.
At the basket. 4:03. Grubbs takes a handoff to Kincaid.
Ooh.
Just a spin move in the paint. Buries it. 8-0. Bremen. 3:50 to play here in the first. Full court pressure again. Staten gets it over to Benjamin. Now back to Staten. They got to get over the timeline, and they're going to get a 10-second call.
There's just no answer against this Bremen defense. Just a wall of white. They can't get it across.
You're looking at a team that allows less than 30 points a game. That's the thing that goes unnoticed in this Bremen game.
It is.
You look at the way their guards can score the basketball, but my God, under 30 points a game.
On pace for 0 right now.
With the schedule they play. Top of the key to Harmon. Works to the left side. Hands it to Grubbs. Grubbs now hands it to Lawmaster. Left side, Kincaid drives it. Kicks it. Grubbs to the free throw line. To the bucket. Lays it up with the left hand. Ileana Grubbs now. 4 points, 3 steals for her. 10-0 Bremen. 3:09 to play in the first. Myers has Staten. They get it across. And they'll set up the half court. And that Bremen zone isn't sitting back. They're right out on the perimeter. Staten working top of the key. Cross court in the hands of Harmon. Takes it up court. Gets it up to Kincaid for an easy 2.
What a pass. This Bremen team is feeling it, Rusty, and the fans love it. How can you not? A 12-0 start.
Harmon with the steal and the assist, 2:47. It's 12-0 Bremen. A quick timeout. We'll take one as well. You're listening to Max 98.3 coverage of regional basketball action.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that understands you. At First Federal Savings Bank, we offer more than just a place to deposit your paycheck. We're here for you every step of your journey. Need a loan for that new dream home? We've got you covered. Looking to save for the future? Let's make it happen together. From personal banking to business banking, we offer full-service solutions tailored to your needs, online, in person, or over the phone. No matter where you are, we're with you every step of the way. First Federal Savings Bank. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. First Federal Savings Bank is FDIC insured and equal housing lender. NMLS number 399927.
Back at LaPorte High School, Rusty Nixon along with Peyton Skirvin, 12-0 Bremen lead here in the first. You heard Tony Shub in the pregame hoping he could get this into a half-court game, and that just hasn't happened.
A lot easier said than done when you're going against this ball pressure that Bremen plays with.
They're going to pull back into half-court defense now and let them have it up. They've been in full court for the whole time before the timeout. Now they're going to trap at the timeline. Staten has Myers into the corner. Ashlyn Height on the floor for the first time out of the timeout. Pass deflected. Staten will take it off the rim. Rebound is a long one, ends up in the hands of Meyer. Her second. And Andrean will take another shot at it. 2:21 to play. Staten. Stop, needs help. Gets it to Myers. She'll go to the bucket, and we're going to get a blocking
Wait, he
foul
pointed. Who did he
here.
point at? Nobody's made a call.
Well, they're going to talk about it.
They're going offensive.
I think the guy out top wanted offensive. The guy underneath was saying no. He's going to give it to the guy out top, and it's going to be a blocking foul. Skyly Feathers will get it. She came in at the break as well, and it'll send Delaney Meyer to the free throw line. 12-0. And the free throw by Meyer is good. 2:14 to play in the first. Andrean finally on the board. And Meyer trying to put another one up. That one is up. That one is no good. And the rebound in the hands of Skyly Feathers. Bremen will bring it up. Left side, Grubbs almost travels, has a pass knocked out of bounds. It's going to be off the hands of Kincaid, I guess. So they're going to give it back. First turnover for Bremen. And Staten making that call.
Well, sometimes you need a little help.
Well, that's what I saw, Rev.
If not, they get plenty of help from the fans. I'm sure they.
Oh, yes, they do.
Funny to say.
They get more than enough help. Staten out near the timeline. Double team, tries to split it. Gets it over to the left side. Three-point attempt goes down by Height. Staten with the assist. Makes it 12-4. Minute 38. Grubbs brings it over. Bremen with the lead. She'll kick it in the corner. Kincaid, wide open look at three. Off the rim. Skyly Feathers, the rebound. Takes it back strong and gets fouled.
I don't know what you do when you have both Feathers girls in. You just can't keep them both out of the paint.
I know. It's just, and either one of them is this threat to score. Skyly especially, because she'll step out and hit a three. And she'll shoot free throws. Hits the first one.
Yeah, I was watching them shoot around. I was watching them both. They shot some threes in warm-ups. It doesn't look too bad. But I think by the time both of them are, another year older, they're probably going to be burying some from out there.
Teagan likes to stay around the basket, but Skyly will step out and hit a three. Hits two free throws there. Makes it 14-4 Bremen. Full court pressure again here. Staten will have to bring it all the way from the back line. Everybody deserts her. She'll get it up to Hatt, who gets it over to Meyer, and now Kincaid going to get a foul. It's the one thing with Emma. Sometimes she just gets a little aggressive.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Robinson, I don't think you're going to complain about that
You don't
too much.
complain about it because 9 times out of 10, she comes out of there with a steal. Pass comes in, and Staten will have it. So the first foul on Emma Kincaid. 1:12 to play, 14-4 Bremen. Pass deflected. Kincaid will end up with it. Trying to go coast to coast. Gets it to Lawmaster instead. Spin move. Won't drop. And coming out of there is Height. A lot of traffic in there by the time Kincaid got it to Lawmaster. And that ended up being the difference in 2 points there. Now Lawmaster just deflects that out of bounds. Heard Alex Robinson calls her the queen of deflections. Got one there. 14-4 under a minute to play in the first. Lonnie Staten, right side, has Hatt. And stolen away. Lawmaster gets knocked to the floor by Hatt, trying to take it back. And she'll get a foul.
Yeah, the Queen of Deflections is, a great nickname. And something that just makes a coach so happy, Rusty. When
you ain't kidding.
Just disrupting defenses nonstop. She's averaging 2.4 steals a game. That's not easy to do.
She has the basketball, top of the key. Backdoor cut. Perfect pass to Kincaid, but great defense by Meyer, and she'll come away with a steal. Just a second Bremen turnover. 19 seconds. Go into the paint. Kicks it. Hatt. Nowhere to go. She'll drive. Kicks it to Staten. She'll back it out. Waiting for somebody to come open. Goes to the right side. Height with a three. Boom! Nothing but net. Ashlyn Height, her second three. All the way from the half-court line, Kincaid. And it won't fall. So we played one quarter here at LaPorte. Bremen comes away. They lead at 14-7. We'll take a break. We'll be back with quarter number 2. You're listening to Max 98.3 coverage of regional girls basketball action.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
In a world where there's so many ways to get your news, stay connected by finding out information about your school, local news, along with sports and current events. With a subscription to the Pilot News, they bring you everything you need to know right at your fingertips or on your doorstep. Call Circulation today and ask for their monthly special. Call 574-936-3101 today. Pilot News, Marshall County's news source since 1851.
Back at LaPorte High School, Rusty Nixon along with Peyton Skirvin. 14-7 the score. Andrean will have it out of the quarter break. Bremen with the lead. And we're ready to go. Pass comes into Leilani Staten. She'll work to the right side. Meyer now Hat gets it to Height. Pass goes over to Kruger. She'll hit a bucket. Mia Kruger with a bucket. 14-10 now. 7:40 to play. Pass in the corner. Lawmaster drives it. Tries to kick it across to Feathers. And it'll get kicked away.
Tell you what, Andrean's had some girls step off the bench here and knock down some huge threes.
You ain't kidding. Height and Kruger both have made a huge difference, and they're back right even at 14-10. Lawmaster just underway here in the second quarter. Grubbs drives it and gets blasted.
Oh, that was an awkward collision.
That was like a linebacker filling a hole on a dive play, and Summer Brannigan will get the foul on that.
That's kind of how Grubbs has just gone to the basket today, Russ. She said, I don't care. I'm going to score.
She's going to get some free throws here. First one is up. That one's nothing but net. Grubbs now with 5 points. She'll get a second shot here. Second one is no good, and the rebound in the hands of Meyer, her third. Leilani Staten all the way down the floor. Deflection by Skyly Feathers. She'll come away with a steal. 8 turnovers now for Andrean. Kincaid on the baseline has Feathers on the block. Just powers her way in there and lays it in. Skyly Feathers with the bucket. 17-10, full court pressure again here by Bremen. Staten goes across the timeline, gets it into the hands of Height. Cut off by Harmon. Now she'll throw it back out, and they'll go back behind. Oh, they're going to say it was deflected. So Staten will recover it in the backcourt. 17-10 score, 6:41. Staten, right side, has Kruger. She'll get it on the free throw line. Yeah, I think she got her. Meyer was thrown to the basket. Skyly Feathers got beat a little bit, trying to block it. She'll pick up a foul. It's number 2 on her.
Yeah, I think your sister's going to replace her here. You know, I like Andrean using a little bit of misdirection, getting the ball in the middle. That's what they need to do. Got to use pass fakes against this Bremen defense.
Meyer will go to the free throw line. Was 1 of 2 there before. Makes that one. 2 of 3 now. Tegan Feathers will come back. Skyly will get a break here with 6:34 to play in the second. 17-11 Bremen. Meyer with the second one. That one is up, and that one is good as well. Delaney Meyer, 3 points now, 3 of 4 from the line. Makes it 17-12, 6:30 to play. Bremen with a lead. Grubbs brings it up for the Lions. Trying to drive, spin move in the paint, kicks it, has Harmon. She'll kick it over to Tegan. Feathers tries to take it strong and gets a foul. That one also going to be on Brannigan.
Grubbs doing a really good job of creating for other people. She has really just penetrated into the paint and had some nice drop-off passes. A good big-to-big pass from Harmon there. Leads to a couple of free ones here.
17-12, Tegan Feathers at the free throw line. First shot is good, rattles it in there. You know, it's funny, we talk about Chase Devine all the time, that he's a guy who drives to the basket, but when he gets in there, he's got an exit strategy if it doesn't go the way he wants it to go. Grubbs is the same way. She gets in there, she knows what's going to happen if they cut her off. And another bucket by Feathers. Second free throw makes it 19-12. Right side pass comes to Meyer, trying to split the defense. Can't do it. Tegan Feathers takes the rebound away. 2 for her now. Grubbs will bring it up. 6 minutes to play in the second. Lawmaster on the right wing has it taken right out of her hands.
She traveled.
And then traveled. Mia Kruger just took it right out of her hands and then traveled to hand it back. 9 turnovers for Andrean now. That is really the difference in this game.
Yeah, but still only down 7, Rusty. That's the surprise.
You're still right in it. Grubbs now will work back to the middle. Nowhere to go. Kicks it to Harmon. Harmon almost travels. Gives it over to Grubbs again. Left wing working on Staten. She'll guard her, hit her. Shot no good on the hook shot. Rebound comes down to Benjamin. Up quickly, Staten gets to the block, gets to the paint. Blocked by Feathers. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Andrean out under, but once again, Tegan Feathers had 3 blocks in that sectional final that were huge. Staten will bring it in under the basket, right next to all the Bremen boys basketball players. Kick into the corner. Wild shot gets out of the hands of Summer Brannigan and comes down to Tegan Feathers. Up quickly. Lawmaster loses a handle, gets it back and gets it to Grubbs. Top of the key now. Gets a screen from Harmon. Gives it over to Kincaid. She'll drive it. Nothing there. Kicks to Lawmaster. She'll drive it. Nothing there. She's going to get fouled.
Good job by Bremen, moving the ball, making the defense move. You know, we don't have a shot clock in Indiana for a reason, Rusty. We like to watch our offenses work here.
They'll have it out underneath.
That Andrean defense is working just as hard, though.
Lawmaster will be the one cueing it in. Lobs it out to Grubbs. She'll just take the shot. Ooh, off the back, almost. Tegan Feathers gets knocked to the floor. Tegan goes up for the rebound.
I hate to go down there, Rusty, and explain that over the back is not a call. And that, I mean, I get she had her boxed out, but Feathers is also 7 inches taller than her. So, I mean, as long as she's not, as long as Feathers isn't displacing the box out, she's allowed to do that. And then when she gets undercut, it's a good foul call.
That's 4 fouls on Meyer now. Ball comes in. That's going to be huge as this goes on. In the corner, Grubb for 3. Bang! Kincaid with a perfect pass to Eliana Grubbs. 22-12. 10-point lead again for the Lions. 4:48. Staten gets it across the timeline. Double team. Has it to Hatt. She'll kick it in the middle to Meyer. Kick to Hatt. She'll take the 3. Bang! I'm sorry, Benjamin with the shot. Makes it 22-15. 4:32. Emma Lawmaster tries to drive. In the corner, Kincaid will take it. She answers. Emma Kincaid, 2 threes now, 8 points. Pass comes in, and Staten will bring it across. Full court pressure again. They'll get it all the way up to Murray. She'll hand it off to Benjamin. Trying to force her way back in. He'll give it back to Staten. 4 minutes to play in the second. 25-15 Bremen. Working into the paint. Benjamin kicks it left side. Drive knocked out of the hands of Murray. She'll recover it. Get it in the corner to Staten. Her 3. No good. Tegan Feathers. Rebound number 5. Up quickly. Grubbs on the left wing. Drives it to the paint. Kicks it. Kincaid alone for 3. No good. Tegan Feathers over the top with a rebound. Has it grabbed from behind, and she gets tied up. Tegan Feathers got the board, but then got tied up by Meyer. The possession will stay with Bremen.
Happened again, Rusty. When you box her out, you got to go up to fight for the rebound. If you just stay down, Tegan's going to go up and get it.
Lawmaster kicks it deep. Grubbs just takes the shot off the front of the rim. Rebound kind of bounces around weird, and coming out of there with it, Staten with her 3rd. Lawmaster was right there, but a strange hop off the rim. Meyer has Benjamin. Now goes over to Hatt. She'll dribble it, gives it up to Meyer. Staten at the top of the key, directing traffic, wants somebody in the middle. Kicks it left side to Hatt. Back over Benjamin, and she's going to get called for the travel.
I am fascinated that Andrean still has Myers in the game with 4 fouls, Rusty. That wasn't a typo, right? She has 4 fouls.
I am looking at number 3 with 4 fouls. That's what it says on the board.
They
so
must
that's
feel like
not
they can't play without her in the game.
She is one of their keys. Grubbs has Lawmaster, baseline, drive, kicks it to Kincaid. Grubbs alone for three from the right wing. A little bit short, rebound goes out of bounds, and it'll go to Andrean.
Another great offensive possession for Bremen. Great look at the basket. They just got to keep working it, Rusty. They're playing some really good basketball right now.
Pass will come in, full court pressure. Benjamin going to try a little bit. Now gives it back to Staten. Back to Benjamin. She'll bring it up, gets it in the middle. Meyer has it deflected, but Staten able to recover it. Once again, who had her hands on it? Emma Lawmaster. Drive by Staten, gets to the block. They're going to call her for a travel. 11 turnovers now for Andrean.
And that's exactly what Bremen wants to do, right, Rusty, is just make you uncomfortable, play their style of game. They're doing what they need to right now to walk out of here with a regional. They just got to keep it up.
25-15. Harmon trying to dribble on the left side. Gets shoved out of it by Benjamin. Gets it to Lawmaster, I should say. She'll dribble right side. Loses the handle, gives it to Kincaid. She'll come to the middle. Nothing there. Needs somewhere to go with it. Gets it to Harmon. Top of the key. Dribbles it. Hands it to Grubbs. And, boy, I tell you what, Harmon and Benjamin they don't like each other very much right now. Both of them shoving in there. Now a spin move. Grubbs to the bucket. Won't fall. And Eloise Benjamin, third rebound, brings it up to Staten. Minute 36. Three from the corner. Blocked by Harmon. Grubbs with the ball. Harmon with a block there. Second of the game for her. Kincaid drives it. Top of the key. Grubbs for three. Nothing but net.
These senior guards for Bremen are not letting them go home today.
Minute 13 to play. 28-15. Full court pressure again by Bremen. Staten gets it up to Murray. Gets it to Meyer. She goes to the bucket. Tegan Feathers says no.
Just shoved it right back in her face. And Kincaid loves it. She comes and shoves Feathers. Says, more of that, please.
28-15, minute 3. Ball's going to stay Andrean, but Feathers just went up and said absolutely no. Kick into the corner. Goes to Hatt. She'll drive it. Misses the layup attempt, and Feathers out of there. 7 rebounds for her already. And 2 blocks. 28-15, 50 seconds. Grubbs gets a screen from Lawmaster. Hands it off. Lawmaster to Harmon on the right wing. Tries to hand it to Grubbs. Knocked out of bounds by State, and it'll stay Bremen basketball. 39 seconds to play here in the second period. 28-15 Bremen. Kincaid gets it inbounds to Grubbs, top of the key. Kicks it to Harmon, left side. Drives it to the block. Not there. Grubbs recovers a loose ball. Harmon alone on the left block and the bucket.
Playing so well in sync together. Finding the open person.
Natalie Harmon makes it 30-15. 17 seconds to play in the second. Pass goes into the middle. Murray forces her way in there and hits it. 8 seconds now. Grubbs will bring it up. Kincaid goes to the corner. Grubbs going to work back to the middle and shoot it. A little bit short, goes out of bounds, and so the second quarter is over. And it's 30-17 Bremen as we go to the break. And I'm telling you, man, they're playing well. See if they can keep it up for another, 16 minutes?
I'm not a math guy, Rusty, but I do love watching this team play. I'll
you
tell you
are
that.
A math guy.
I teach math.
We'll take a break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to Max 98.3 coverage of regional action at LaPorte. Bremen leads at 30-17.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website, at marion.edu/Ancilla today. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, Cooling of Plymouth has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana, serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience in the trade. Visit their website at absolutephc.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that understands you. At First Federal Savings Bank, we offer more than just a place to deposit your paycheck. We're here for you every step of your journey. Need a loan for that new dream home? We've got you covered. Looking to save for the future? Let's make it happen together. From personal banking to business banking, we offer full-service solutions tailored to your needs, online, in person, or over the phone. No matter where you are, we're with you every step of the way. First Federal Savings Bank. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. First Federal Savings Bank is FDIC insured and equal housing lender. NMLS number 399927.
In a world where there's so many ways to get your news, stay connected by finding out information about your school, local news, along with sports and current events. With a subscription to the Pilot News, they bring you everything you need to know right at your fingertips or on your doorstep. Call Circulation today and ask for their monthly special. Call 574-936-3101 today. Pilot News, Marshall County's news source since 1851.
Back at LaPorte High School, Rusty Nixon along with Peyton Skirvin. It's regional basketball action here. Bremen leads at 30-17 at halftime. Let's take a quick look at our scoring. First for Andrean. Delaney Meyer with 3 points, 3 of 4 from the line, also has 3 rebounds to go with that. Mia Kruger came off the bench, buried at 3. She's got 3 points. Sheree Murray with a bucket for 2. Alani Staten didn't score, but had 3 rebounds and an assist. And Eloise Benjamin, 3 points. She had 3 rebounds as well. And Ashlyn Height with a couple of threes off the bench with 6 points for Bremen. It is Emma Lawmaster, 1 of 2 from the line. She's got 1 point. Emma Kincaid, a couple of threes. She's got 8 points. Ileana Grubbs, 11 points, 3 steals in that first quarter and a couple of assists. Tegan Feathers, only 2 points, but 8 rebounds and 2 blocks. She has been a force so far. Natalie Harmon as well, 4 points. And Skyly Feathers off the bench, got a couple of fouls quickly, but she ends that half with 4 points as well. So, you know, just like in the sectional tournament, the Feather sisters are showing, hey, you know, you can talk about those 3 guards if you want. We're here too.
Yeah, on both ends of the floor, really. I mean, they've made life difficult inside for Andrean. They have not been able to score inside at all. And then just on those drop-off passes, when those really skilled Bremen guards penetrate inside, drop-off passes to the bigs, but not just that, but then the bigs finding the other open big, right? You catch it inside and you're met with a double team. That means somebody's open. And, you know, the Feathers girls have done a great job of that. Harmon has done a fantastic job passing the ball inside. It's really led them to be successful inside. and as well as knocking down a couple outside shots as well.
I just, when you think about it, and I know you probably think about it this way too, but when you think about it from the the point of another coach, that you got to play these guys. Mm-hmm. How do you figure out who you want to stop? Because you're probably not going to stop all three of those guards. One of them's going to have a night. And then if you sell out to do that, you got to deal with Tegan and Skyley underneath. I mean, I don't know what you try to take away to give yourselves a chance.
I've always been an advocate that the farther away you are from the basket, the harder it is to shoot, right? And so try to play your defense that way. But, man, the way Bremen knocks down anything from the outside, you give them a breath, whether it's Kincaid, whether it's Lawmaster, whether it's Grubbs so far tonight. You can't give them that space, Rusty. And when you do run them off the three-point line, it lets those bigs inside just work and dominate and get offensive rebounds and do the things that has led this Bremen team be so hard to stop.
Let's add to that, though, too. You give them any space, they're not necessarily going to stop there and shoot the ball. All three of them will take it right straight into the paint. And I have always been taught, I mean, even back into the dark ages when we played by, candlelight when I was playing, get the ball to the rim was always your goal, no matter what. And that was a guard's job, and that's what these three guards do. They get the ball to the rim.
Yeah, and I think it started with Grubbs tonight. First couple possessions, she just took the ball and went straight to the rack, and I think everybody else has kind of followed her there. This Andrean defense plays really good man-to-man defense.
I agree with you.
But it doesn't matter when you're just quicker and you're just where that your teammates are going to be, and you're a little bit stronger and faster, and that's what happens when you build a team around three senior guards.
And I was going to say, if you're Bremen, you're looking at it saying, man, what could this be if a few more shots would fall? If you're Andrean, you got to be thinking, I wish we could get a look. They just really haven't had.
I really think
17 points is good. No more looks than they've had. They really haven't had any decent opportunities to score the basketball.
I completely agree. I think they've knocked down more shots than they maybe expected them to with these girls coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Well, you saw Height come in. She knocked down 2 threes right away. That was above her season average. Same thing with Kruger, who came in and knocked down a 3. That's above her average on the season. So, Andrian's got to be happy. They've had people step up, but you're still down 13 at the bottom of the hill, trying to climb up.
I'm going to ask you one quick question before I take a quick break. If you're Andrian, what are you telling? Because if you've got this kind of defense that you're facing, how do you beat that? Are you still wanting to get to the rim? How do you get it going?
You got to hopefully knock down open shots. They've gotten a few chances from the outside. You've got to fire them up, but bigger than that, I think you have to crash the boards, Rusty. Get some offensive rebounds and get some second chances. I think that's your best bet to get back into this game.
Take a quick break. We'll come back with the second half. You're listening to Max 98.3 coverage of girls regional basketball action. Bremen leads at 30-17.
McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's.
Johnson Danielson Funeral Home has been established in the community of Plymouth since 1879, and its staff is committed to providing care that goes beyond the expected in serving today's families who call Marshall County their home. They welcome families seeking options and alternative ways to pay tribute to someone, from burial packages to pre-planning to planning a checklist. The professionals, along with caring staff at Johnson Danielson, are available to assist your family 24 hours a day by simply calling 574-936-2829. Visit their website at johnsondanielson.com for a complete list of services. Johnson Danielson Funeral Home. Service beyond expectation.
Back at LaPorte, Rusty Nix and Peyton Skirvin. We're just about ready to start quarter number 3. Andrean will have it out of the halftime break. It is 30-17 Bremen. They'll bring it into Staten, and she'll bring it up.
How critical are these first 4 minutes here, Rusty?
Always are. Staten right side, waiting for somebody to clear out. She'll drive it, puts it up, no good. Tegan Feathers starts the half the same way she ended the first half and gets fouled. Staten trying to get in there and poke it away, but he'll get the foul instead.
Feather's dad yelling at her, keep the ball up, be strong.
Dad always has. Hey, listen, when you get to be a dad, you're always going to have a critique. It's always going to be there. 7:40 to play. Off the screen, Lawmaster for three, in and out. Rebound comes down to Benjamin, her fourth. She'll get it to Staten, brings it up. Cut off, Bremen in a zone here. 2-3 look. Right side in the hands of Hatt. Top of the key, Benjamin. Now Staten on the left side. Thought about going to the block, drives it instead, loses a handle. Tegan Feathers right there for the steal. 12 turnovers now for Andrean. Grubbs has Lawmaster. Right side, back top. Harmon drives it to the block. Left-handed shot, buries it.
That was smooth, high off the glass.
Natalie Harmon driving a bucket. 32-17, full court pressure here by Bremen. Lawmaster and Kincaid at the top of it. Now they'll kick it up to Murray, and then Benjamin gets a hold of it. Staten drives it. Fought for on the rebound underneath. Tegan Feathers, another block shot. Pushes it up, and a steal. Hatt got in the passing lane. Trying to go coast to coast. Has it knocked out of her hands by Grubbs, and Lawmaster will steal it right back.
Oh, it's got to be a foul.
Yeah, Lawmaster got mugged by two people over there. Kincaid now, wide open three. That's better than getting a foul.
Amen.
Lawmaster pays the price. Kincaid gets the points. 35-17. 6:03 to play. Boy, Tegan Feathers having a game. Picking right up where she left off in the sectional. 5:54 to play. 35-17. Staten works right side. Cut off. Top of the key, Meyer. Benjamin, now left side, Hatt. They'll get it into Murray. Murray shoved off the block. She'll get the bucket. Feathers will get the foul.
I think they're going to get Harmon on the backside.
Well, let's see what they do. And it's going to be on Harmon. And I think I figured out their fouls are a little different. It says player, but that's the foul. So the 4 fouls for Andrean, as Murray will get the three-point play.
Oh, yeah, so she's got 3.
Exactly. So it's Summer Brannigan that went off with 4. She was number 4. To the right side. Now in the hands of Harmon on the right. Cross court has Kincaid on the left. Cut off by Meyer. Gets it top of the key to Grubbs. She'll drive it. Right block, lays it up with the left hand, puts it in. Well, you just can't stop her when she gets a step on you.
So smooth, man.
37-20. I imagine she's probably practiced it once or twice. Hatt drives it, has it knocked out of her hands. Meyer picks it up and travels with it. 13 turnovers now for Andrean. You're not going to catch up if you keep that number going.
Yeah, it's not easy to have empty possessions and try to fight your way back into a game.
37-20. 5:02 to play in the third. Grubbs goes to the right side, gets to the block. Feathers all alone. And Grubbs could have gotten the foul as she got in the way there. She points her, so that's mine. I did it. I should have got out of the way. So Tegan Feathers going to get a travel call, but because Grubbs was standing right there in front of her. 37-20, 4:50. Up quickly, Murray. Going to drive it. Gets to the block. Gets to the paint. Lays it up. Won't fall. Grubbs. First rebound for her. She'll bring it up herself. Works to the right side. Lawmaster from way downtown. No good. Rebound to Staten. Her fourth. Pushes it to the other end. In transition, Benjamin trying to score it. 10-footer off the glass. No good. Murray with the rebound. She'll try to go back up. Kicks it to Benjamin instead. Benjamin blocked again by Tegan Feathers.
At some point, you got to stop trying to attack her. You can't get it over. It's too long.
Figure out a way to get an angle. I mean, it's just, you know as well as I do. You played with Benji. He learned from me. Mm-hmm. When you go in there and you're small like that, you got to figure out a way to get it around them. And they're just trying to go up against her. She's going to send that one back to you. Long shot by Hatt, no good. Meyer will come out of there with her fourth rebound and a steal. Harmon has Lawmaster on the break. Kincaid all alone, lays it in.
Are you kidding me? What great offense. Eyes are up. Didn't even have to dribble the entire length of the court, and they scored.
That's going to bring a timeout by Andrean. 3 long passes all the way on the break. Kincaid with the finishing bucket. Makes it 39-20. We'll take a break as well. You're listening to Max 98.3 coverage of Bremen Regional Basketball. Lions lead it. We'll be right back.
Plumbing, Heating, Cooling of Plymouth has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana. Serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience in the trade. Visit their website at absolutephc.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer.
California.
Back at LaPorte High School, Rusty Nixon along with Peyton Skirvin. Bremen leads this one 39-20 regional action. And LaPorte, or I should say Andrean out of their timeout, will have it. They got to go the length of the floor. Staten has Hatt, back to Staten. She'll take it across the timeline and tries to throw it into the corner to Murray, and it's kicked by Harmon, who's also having a heck of a game here. Natalie Harmon with 6 points and has made some key defensive plays here, too. 3:46 to play, 39-20. Staten will bring it across. Bremen in what looks like a 2-3 zone. Top of the key has Height. Now Staten. Ashlyn Height on the floor again here in the second half. Takes the three. No good. Lawmaster with her second rebound. Pushes it up herself. Has Harmon in transition. They're going to catch her with a travel.
Yeah, we haven't seen Bremen do that much at all, but Andrean's done it quite a few times. The feet going a little too quick.
Just 6 turnovers. But I tell you what, the Bremen guys down here, they're a force to be reckoned with, too. Every time Andrean has a ball under their basket there, they feel their presence. 3:12 to play. 39-20. You might even be able to hear them in the background. They're the other opposite end of the floor. They're still doing it. Murray drives. Not going to count on the shot. They're going to say Feathers, I think, got her on the foul before she took the shot. Well, actually, it looks like they might give that to Lawmaster, and they do.
That's the second time you've tried giving Feathers a foul.
I know. I got to just stop. 3:03 to play. 39-20. Pass comes into Meyer. Just creates room, and Feathers creates it back. 11 rebounds for Tegan Feathers. Drive, Grubbs, shot, no good. And we'll get a foul on the way there. What a game she's having. 11 rebounds, 4 block shots.
It's a decent day, and we still got plenty of game left. Keep attacking her. I'm having fun watching her block all the shots. 2:51
to play, 39-20. Shot by Grubbs from the free throw line. Rolls around, it rolls out.
Just can't believe it.
Well, you know.
Well, we're going to get Skyley in the game now for Tegan. Let's see if she can keep up the block parade.
I got a feeling there's going to be no change. Grubbs with the second shot. That one no good as well. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Going to be Andrean ball.
Oh, we're seeing Lola Bender in for the first time too, Rusty, the freshman. I know you talked a little bit about her in the pregame with Coach Robinson, and she's getting some valuable minutes here.
She is an outstanding player, and it's like he said, she's getting a chance to watch behind these 3 guards and really learn. And there she makes a deflection. Ball on the floor, bodies everywhere. Picked up, good play by Murray. Gets it to Meyer, who'll bury it. Good job by Murray to keep her head and keep the ball. And a bucket makes it 39-22. Cross court, Lawmaster will take the 3. Bang! Boy, and we talked about her in the pregame, too. Just everything she shoots is a dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. 42-22, 2:10. Ball on the floor. Andrean recovers it all the way in the corner for Height. Her three rolls around, no good. Lawmaster with the rebound, her third. Up quickly, Kincaid, right side. Nowhere to go, kicks it. Lawmaster has Bender. She'll drive it, gets it to Skiley, back to Bender. Bender drives, has Lawmaster top of the key. Lawmaster will hand it to Skiley Feathers for three off the back of the rim. Going to get a whistle and a foul away. I think it was on Murray trying to block the shot. Oh, no, it was after the shot.
On the box out. I think she already landed. Probably a good choice not to give her the shots here.
That's going to be on Shari Murray. Excuse me. It's a 42-22 Bremen lead as Michaela Hatt will take a seat. Coming back will be Mia Kruger. Minute 41 to play. Bremen with the ball. Third quarter. They have the lead. Off the screen, Kincaid thought about it. Gives it to Lawmaster. Gets it down to Skiley Feathers. Knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to Bremen. Feathers instantly double-teamed. But you can tell the difference between the sisters. Skiley's a redhead.
Yep, makes it a little easier.
Pass comes in. Behind the back dribble. Grubbs to Feathers for a bucket. And she'll shoot free throws.
What a pass by Grubbs. She has just been so slippery all game. No one's been able to stop her from getting inside. Just fluid and makes a great pass.
It's her second assist. She's got 3 steals to go with that for the floor game. And at the free throw line, Skiley Feathers trying for the three-point play, and it won't drop. Meyer with her 4th rebound. Andrean with a chance to cut into this lead. In transition, Height for 3, no good. Feathers with a rebound. Skiley this time, that's her second. And Grubbs will bring it up. Has Bender. Right side cut off, back top of the key. Goes to the left, Bender for 3. Off the front of the rim. Rebound in the hands of Staten, her 5th. She'll bring it up herself. 57 seconds in the third. Pass goes into the paint. Meyer, nothing there. Has it blocked by Skiley Feathers. It goes out of bounds. Yeah, just picking up the family business, I guess. Two blocks now for Skiley.
A block party, if you will.
49 seconds. Pass comes in underneath. Feathers, they're going to get Kincaid on a foul here from behind. You know when Emma fouls because she gets that smile on her face. Like, yeah, you got me.
Yep, she knows. She knows.
Yeah, okay, you got me. 44-22. And I'm going to make this comment as the first shot goes up, and that one is no good. You couldn't tell if this was a regional game, a pickup game, a game in the backyard. These Bremen girls are exactly the same as they always are. There is no, you know exactly what I'm saying. It's like they act like this is nothing new. And the rebound comes down to Grubbs. To Bender, top of the key. Pass to Grubbs. Now through the hands of Kincaid, turnover. It's just that body language, and we've talked about it over and over and over again. It's like, here we are. This is what we do.
Nothing bothers them, man. Nothing. It's incredible to watch. It's fun to watch.
It is what a championship team's mentality is. 26 points, or 26 seconds left. Andrean with the ball. Staten tries to dribble to the middle. Nothing there. Backs it out. 18 seconds now. Works to the right. Back top to Meyer. Left side to Height. Back to Meyer. She'll drive it. On the block, her throw into the paint. No good. Height comes away with the free ball. Kincaid with the interception. Going coast to coast. Lays it up with the left hand and buries it. Emma Kincaid with a steal and a bucket at the buzzer. And that is the third quarter. We head to the final 8. Bremen in command here right now. 46-22. We will be right back.
restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's. There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today.
And we head back to LaPorte. Rusty Nixon along with Peyton Skirvin. I think a guy was making reservations for a hotel next week at the semi-state is what I think he was doing. But
Oh, man,
you got a lot of green here, and they're all enjoying this to no end, and they should. And
of all ages, too. We got toddler to senior to...
And Bremen will have it in to start the fourth quarter. They have a 46-22 lead. Now Andrean going to draw this defense way out. Looks like they're going to go to like a 1-3-1 look here. Bremen just going to play catch around the outside. Grubbs looking in the middle, nothing there. Goes to Harmon. She'll drive it to the baseline. Kicks it. Kincaid standing right there and buries it.
Great pass. Kincaid finds the empty spot in the middle of the zone. Just clinical. Everything Bremen's doing.
And you know, the funny thing is, you look at, they know where each other is going to be. Mm-hmm. She knew all along Kincaid was going to be standing there if she got cut off. 48-22, 7:16 to play. Andrean with it. Staten out near the volleyball line has Meyer. Back to Staten. Bremen content to draw this zone back a little bit. Now a long three look from Kruger, no good, and Harmon will come away with a long rebound. She'll bring it up herself. Goes to the paint. Cut off. Hits it to Grubbs. Here, pass to the corners. Tipped away by Staten, and she'll bring it up for Andrean. Tries the paint. Nothing there. Kicks it to Height. She'll get cut off on the baseline. Back to Staten. She'll dribble it back to the middle of the floor. 48-22, 6:38. Pass goes into the middle on the baseline. Driving it. This is like on endless loop. Guess what? Tegan Feathers, block number 5. Summer Brannigan tried to get in there. Just, not today. Pass into the corner. Brannigan has that one blocked by Grubbs. And I guess she got a little bit too much arm.
She doesn't agree.
Well, she doesn't agree, but I got a feeling the officials say, come on, I mean, we got to give these guys something. She can't block every shot.
She's still having fun, though. I think this entire Bremen team. It's so weird. Everyone here just, this is what we do, man. We show up, we win, we leave.
Yep. Well, all the great teams I've ever been around, that's exactly the mentality. Brannigan misses a free throw. Just remember what we used to hear all the time. What the hell did you expect?
Yep.
This is what we do. Second shot is up. That one is no good. She'll get a third. So Brannigan 0 for 2 in this trip.
The Bremen students letting them hear it.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. He goes, anyway. Shot is good finally by Brannigan. Goes 1 of 3, makes it 48-23, 6:29. Up quickly, Grubbs. Kicks it to Harmon. She'll drive it left side. Gets to the block, lays it up, no good. Gets her own rebound, and it went off her foot out of bounds.
They just have so many weapons, Rusty. Who do you stop?
Well, that's what I mean. Harmon's gotten a breath here the last 2 or 3 times on the floor. She's like, okay, I'll take it in there and score it. Staten on the right side throws it all the way down the floor to Height. Meyer on the block, and once again, Deacon Feathers, 6 blocks.
That is insane. That's a season for most people. If you're lucky.
That's an entire career for most people I've known. 48-23. He's got 12 rebounds to go with that. Gosh, who's owned the paint?
I think they might stamp her name
about
on
that.
there.
That's exactly might be. Just put paint Tegan Feathers baseline down along the end there. That foul is going to be the second one on Grubbs. And Andrean will have it back in. Staten, top of the key, left side, has a pass kicked out of bounds. Height. I have not seen a performance like this. I'm going to bring up an old name. A defensive performance in the paint like this, it's Joel Grindle, all the way back in the day at Plymouth. Used to do stuff like this. Pass comes in. Oh, come on.
Give her the block.
Blocked it again, but they're going to call Tegan Feathers on the foul, I think, here, unless they got somebody before. You know, I think let's put this in perspective, too. That's her first foul.
That's so wild. To be protecting the paint that well without fouling is insane.
That is her first foul. Shot goes up, and it's good. Meyer hits it. 4 of 5 from the line, makes it 48-24.
Like prime Kareem.
She has had, well, if you remember, the sectional final, she had like 3 blocks and 10 rebounds or some crazy thing. Second shot goes down 2, 5 of 6 from the line for Meyer, makes it 48-25. She's just been a force in there the last 2 or 3 games. Playing that way at the right time. Kincaid has Harmon. Lawmaster over to Grubbs on the left side. She'll dribble back to the middle, has Lawmaster. She'll drive it, kicks it back to Grubbs. Grubbs steps back, drives it, spins it, kicks it in the corner. Lawmaster all alone. Another dagger. And I say that, when I say dagger, what I mean is she picks her moments, and every one of those shots is like a stab to your heart.
It takes the breath out of the team, Rusty. It's just what she does.
51-25, pass block by Grubbs out of bounds. That's the thing. She may only have 2 or 3 threes on the night, but she won't miss more than one, and all of them are at the exact moment when you're just burying somebody. Pass goes to Staten, drives it, nowhere to go. Now she's going to decided not to. Oh, and Harmon gets a block, and somehow Kincaid saves it in. Pass up quickly. They give it back to Kincaid. Think she ran out of gas. Shot no good, and Staten comes away with a rebound. All the way down in the corner. Drive. Blocked by Tegan Feathers.
Oh, you can't even make it up, Rusty. She's just doing it again and again.
7 blocks. Harmon tries to go end to end and gets fouled. She may have a double-double with blocks and rebounds. How many times do you see that in a high school game? Any level.
Never. Never. That's insane. I hope she does it, Rusty. I hope they keep her in the game.
I could be wrong because I do this on the fly, but I've got her for 7 block shots and 11 rebounds. Shot is up by Harmon, and it's good on the free throw. You're just seeing so much.
So many weapons.
The winner of this game is going to play either Eastside or Whitco.
Yeah, that's being played about 7 tonight.
How would you like to look at this film and be either one of those coaches?
Yeah, Rusty, I can't believe. I do believe. I can't say that I can't believe because I do believe how well they're playing. The preparation that they put in, the skill that this team has, the hard work they've done.
Shot is good, and I think you're making the perfect point. This isn't a surprise to them because they put in the work in July.
They're up 28 in a regional game, yeah. Rusty, against a really good program.
You're exactly right. 7-time sectional winner in Andrean, and they are just having their way. Top of the key, but that's my point. They did this work in July, and Murray unable to get it. And rebound number 12 for Tegan Feathers. Up quickly in the corner, Kincaid has Harmon for a wide-open look at 3. Around the rim, no good. Brannigan comes away with her first rebound. Bringing it over is Benjamin. Gets it into the paint. Murray kicks it. 3 look for Meyer, I should say. Rebound on the ground, knocked out of bounds. Going to stay Andrean basketball. Lola Bender going to come on for Kincaid. And Skyly Feathers going to come on for Tegan Feathers.
She gets a well-deserved round of applause for the way she played today.
Absolutely. Tegan leaves. She only had 2 points, but 12 rebounds and 7 block shots. Pass comes in, stolen away by Grubbs. She's got 5 steals. 53-25. She'll take a 3 from the right side. And we have a whistle foul. I don't think it was on the shot. I think Murray shoved Skyly Feathers out of the way.
Yeah, how would you like that? All right, Tegan, well done. Oh, here comes Skyly.
Oh, yeah. She could do pretty much the same thing.
A year younger. Probably has played enough one-on-one games with her sister to.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine that in the backyard? I wonder if a shot ever gets to the rim. Pass comes in to Grubbs. Now Bender with it. Skyly's will, because she'll step out and shoot the 3. Grubbs will take a 3 and nothing but net for her. Eliana Grubbs having a great game. 16 points, 5 steals, 3 assists, 56-25. And a steal by Lawmaster. Hands it to Grubbs. She'll bring it up the floor. Bender with a left-handed layup.
Grubbs has just been such a good point guard today, Rusty. Another assist for her. Just the things that she's done, and looks like we're going to have a sub timeout here.
We are going to have a sub timeout as they're going to bring the girls from the bench to the floor.
And
Kate Kincaid. So if you're watching this film, you can watch film of another Kincaid. That'll be fun for you if you're an opposing coach. Because she is going to be a heck of a player. Bender's out there along with Alicia Lopez, Skyly Feathers, also Peyton Johnson now for Bremen. 58-25, 3:02 to play. Pass goes into the corner, 3-point attempt, but buried it. Michaela had her first points of the game, 58-28, 2:52 to play. Bender works on the right side, gives it up to Kincaid. She'll drive it. Now Feathers hands it off, and Johnson with a 3, banks it, no good. And Staten comes out of there with her 7th rebound. Drives it to the other end. Shot blocked by Skyly Feathers. Big surprise. Andrean will keep possession. 58-28 Bremen. Right side drive, gets into the paint, kicks Staten from Hatt, no good. And coming down with a rebound is Peyton Johnson. Pushes it up into the corner. Kate Kincaid with it. Back to Bender. She'll work it back to the right side. Into the paint, Skyly Feathers looking for somewhere to go. Kicks it in the corner. Lopez drives it, loses the handle. Comes out in the hands of Benjamin. She'll try to take it coast to coast. Won't fall. Kate Kincaid with a rebound. She'll try to go coast to coast. Decides better of it. Waits for numbers and kicks it. Lola Bender. Minute 40. Skyly Bender now with it. Gets it top of the key to Johnson. Now to Kate Kincaid. Tries to drive, and they're going to say a jump ball here. As she got tied up on the way to the basket. It'll stay Bremen basketball. And coming to the floor for Bremen. Be a couple more off that bench. It's going to be Allison Klingerman. As well as, let me see if I can find the number. Brooke Bellman will also join them out there. So it's Bellman, Klingerman, Johnson, Kate Kincaid, and Lopez.
The future of Bremen basketball.
Yeah, you're going to, like I say, how would you like to look at this as film if you're a future opponent? They're just as good this deep. Drive to Staten. Gets it to the bucket. Gets fouled on the way there. Minute 12. That's all that remains of time left before Bremen can celebrate a win here in regional action. Head to the semi-state. Not sure where we will go, but we will follow them wherever they go.
Yeah, I'll see what I can. What kind of research I can do to figure out.
Why don't you figure that out, Mr. Research?
You know, buddy, if we want to, we can make a trip to another one of our favorite places, Warsaw, to go watch the East Side Whitco game tonight.
No, you're going to have to do a lot better job of selling that. That one goes down. Staten hits 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Yeah, you'll have to do a much better job of selling that. 58-30. Of course, Warsaw, one of the garden spots of northern Indiana, especially if you're from Plymouth.
Absolutely.
Klingerman Pass to Lopez, three-pointer. Under a minute to play. Alicia Lopez buries it. Makes it 61-30.
Top to bottom performance, Rusty.
Staten will bring it across for Andrean. Hat goes into the middle. Meyer has Murray triple teamed on the block. Kicks to Hat for a look at three. No good. Murray with a rebound. Staten will try to drive it. Nowhere to go. Kicks it in the corner. Three-point attempt out there by Addison Oscar. And a whistle on the baseline and a foul. I think that's going to be on Brooke Bellman. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you could do to entice me to go to Warsaw.
Nothing.
On a Saturday night.
Well, Rusty, I do have good news. LaPorte is one of the semi-state hosts.
Really? We may be back here. Second shot by Murray is up and good.
LaPorte, Logansport, Huntington North, and Frankfort.
Got a feeling we'll be at Huntington because
so?
Whitco and Eastside are over in the Fort Wayne area, so it's probably going to split the difference and take them over there. Second shot is good. That's my guess, but we'll see. 21 seconds remain. Only thing between Bremen and a regional championship for girls basketball. And they're just going to dribble it out. Andrean going to let them do it. With 10 seconds left, Alicia Lopez will just stand and dribble it out. One, and that will do it. Final score here, 61-32. Bremen with a win. In regional action, we'll take a break. We'll have our post game. You're listening to Max 98.3 coverage of regional basketball action. Bremen, Lady Lions, regional champions.
MCF got its start in 2018 with one goal: bring fast, reliable fiber internet to Marshall County. Today, we offer lightning fast speeds, equal upload and download with no contracts and no install fees. Whether you're working from home or streaming all night, Marshall County Fiber keeps you connected. We might be the new kid on the block, but we're growing fast, just like our internet. Visit marshallfiber.com or call 574-223-2191. MCF, making rural connections possible.
In a world where there's so many ways to get your news, stay connected by finding out information about your school, local news, along with sports and current events. With a subscription to the Pilot News, they bring you everything you need to know right at your fingertips or on your doorstep. Call Circulation today and ask for their monthly special. Call 574-936-3101 today. Pilot News, Marshall County's news source since 1851.
At Marshall County REMC, they are more than just your electric provider. They're your neighbors, your partners, and your connection to a brighter future. Since 1936, they have been powering homes, farms, and businesses with reliable service, innovative energy solutions, and a commitment to our community that never wavers. It's not just about keeping the lights on, it's about keeping our community strong. Marshall County REMC, powering progress, powering you. Learn more at marshallremc.com.
Time now for the post game, brought to you by McDonald's.
I tell you what, we're back at LaPorte. They're going to cut down the nets here, I think, and Bremen is the regional champion here for girls basketball. I'm going to say it again. This is a really subdued celebration for a regional championship team. I mean, it's like, yeah, okay, another one off the list.
It's wild, Rusty. It is. It's almost surreal to watch this team operate and do their thing. They show up, they just kick the crap out of you. They don't say anything while they do it. It's not like, a lot of teams bury threes. Oh, they're flashing their celebrations, but they take on the personality of their head coach, Rusty, and Alex Robinson has led this team into a great, great position.
I would say, every team is a reflection of their coach, and you watch him on the sideline during these games, he's just, he's zoned in on what he needs to look at, but it just wears off on the girls, and you watch in their body language, everything. It's just like, hey, this is fun, But we don't want to stop here. We're not done with this year. This is just a business trip for us.
And at the same time, they're still enjoying it, too. They're having fun. And
Exactly.
That's what matters, Rusty.
Well,
is enjoy the process.
That's the other point of it, too. I mean, you see them smiling all the time. This is just fun for them.
Yeah.
And there's no pressure for them. It's just they're having a good time. Now, we're going to figure out who they play. And you said that game is until 7 o'clock tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Eastside and Whitco. The winner of that game at Warsaw will be the opponent here. Just to give you an indication, I think Whitco hasn't lost since November.
They are the favorite to win the 2A state title right
They
now.
lost their second game of the year to Columbia City.
Yep.
They have not lost since, so it's 21 in a row. Well, let's go to Eastside. I think they lost 2 games in the middle of the year after they'd won 16 in a row, and they've won their last 10. So they're like 22-2.
Yeah.
Or 23-2, somewhere like that. So you're talking about 2, no matter who comes out of that game, is going to be a great basketball team and a great challenge for these Bremen girls.
Sure will, Rusty, and I'm excited to see it. I mean, at this point in the year, if you want to win a state title, you got to beat the best. So I'm excited to see what happens.
Don't forget, we will have that game for you. We'll have to apply to the state for permission to do it, of course, but I can't imagine, what good guys we are that they would say we couldn't do that. So we're going to follow Bremen next week as well, and we'll let you know as we know as to where and when that will be. Right now, we're going to take one more break. We've only got one more thing to do before we head out of here, and that's come up with our player of the game. I don't think we've got any question about that in either one of our minds, but we'll, I don't know. Maybe, okay, let's let them take wagers on this.
Yeah, no kidding.
We're not going to give you any odds, but, maybe bet amongst yourselves over who this is going to be. And we'll be right back.
McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
We're back at LaPorte. Rusty Nixon with Peyton Skirvin. It's time to name our player of the game. I wonder who this guy is. Okay, he's coming in here. He's asking for a date. It's going to be Natalie Harmon's boy. I have no doubt.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is fantastic. He comes in. I don't know who this guy is. I didn't get a good enough look at his face.
I don't know.
He's got a heck of a stuffed animal there and a
well done.
dozen roses. Good job, boyfriend.
What a great Valentine's Day it would
What
be.
a great, yeah.
Winning a regional title.
Natalie Harmon getting some Valentine's swag from the boyfriend after the game is over. So, and she's even holding the sectional trophy while it happens. What a great thing that has to be. Okay, we've got to have our player of the game here. Wow, what a hard choice this is. Right? Actually, it kind of is.
It is. Well, because Kincaid played really well. Grubbs played really well.
Grubbs 16 points, 4 steals by my count, 4 assists. Kincaid was 17 points, couple of steals, 3 rebounds, but it's got to be.
It's got to be Tegan Feathers.
Tegan
right?
Feathers.
I mean,
got to be Tegan
she
Feathers.
Played so phenomenal tonight on the defensive end as well as the offensive end of distributing a little bit, setting good screens and rebounding. But, Rusty, the defensive performance, how many blocks?
I had her for 7 blocked shots. I don't know that I've ever seen that many in a high school game.
And it was almost comical to watch it happen. Like, oh, somebody's going up for a shot. No, that thing's not
There
getting
was
up.
nothing in the paint all night. And I don't even know how. It's 61-32 final. Even if Bremen wins it, which I think they would have anyway, how many shots were not going in there?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
After that first quarter, she had 4 blocks in the first half. Are you going in there again?
I wouldn't. And every time they tried to, it got rejected again. And you saw multiple times where they chose not to go inside and had to shoot from the outside, and that disrupts an offense in a way that you can't even emphasize enough.
Because, like I said, all the way back to when we played by candlelight, when I was playing, the mantra, get the ball to the rim.
Mm-hmm.
Get the ball to the rim. That was your job as a guard. Maybe you score it, maybe you don't, but good things happen when you get the ball in the paint and distribute or shoot or whatever. They couldn't go in there with her in there. And so 7 blocks. I had her for 12 rebounds as well. That's a career for some people. And what a great night for Tegan Feathers. Had a similar night in the sectional final over at LaVille. So Tegan Feathers, our player of the game. Well, man, I want to thank you for joining me. I'm not sure where we're going to be next week, but we'll be there.
I look forward to it.
We'll see what happens.
It'll be a little earlier in the day than some of the games we've been doing.
Yeah, it's an afternoon, isn't it? Because it's the same thing as they do. Is it a one-game semi-state?
It's going to be either 10 a.m. or noon for our game for the first one, and then if they win, they'll play again at 8 o'clock.
So it's a 2-game. So you got to win twice to get the state championship game. Is what it boils down to.
Yep. So semi-state's a nice little 4-team battle for whoever wants to represent the North.
Well, as much crap as I've talked about Warsaw here in the last 5 minutes, I'd still rather go there than go all the way over to Huntington or someplace like that.
Yeah, I don't disagree, Rusty.
But I'm going to tell you, Huntington, the folks down there, they know how to throw a tournament. Last time I was there, they had like prime rib buffet in the hospitality room. So I don't know. That might not be a bad place to end up either. But anyway, we'll let you know how that goes. The IHSA will probably decide later tonight, depending on whether Eastside wins or Whitco wins. And here, there's no question. Bremen with a 61-32 win. They are regional champions, and congratulations to them. Don't forget, coming up on Tuesday, Plymouth plays Knox. Peyton will be with me for that one, as we'll have that. It's a boys' game on Tuesday, and we'll have that for you. And then, obviously, Saturday, we'll be somewhere for a semi-state with these Bremen Lady Lions. Want to thank you for listening, and that's going to do it for us here at LaPorte High School. Thanks for listening. Have yourselves a great weekend.